It's usually not.
Yeah.
And my prayer gal is like, what would you do? This guy is, I sit right next to her.
Oh, she knows. She knows when you've not been taken care of.
Maybe she comes to, she might have been here for the Presbyterian. She must have been this church. Everybody's seen her call.
I just have one of them. Three.
Nancy, do you have one?
Just this side. I don't know why it's right here. I know. But it's not the official one. It's the one that goes into place for our members. Silent keepers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other way. Like with your chair too. Yeah.
I like that better.
Yeah.
than
Just
the-
like a
yeah.
little bit of a.
Well, and I always kind of sit like this, like facing into you guys, so I can see all that. That's maybe a little
Not
weird.
much, but I was like, oh.
He's an old friend. I've known him since he lived up here.
Do it?
Yeah. This is when you start on.
Yeah.
When I do the 5 minute. So we have to find their seats, of course.
So people can come and we'll go 15 minutes at from Bloomington.
She was dangerously close to him.
All right. Well, Welcome all to Fridays in the Valley. I'm glad to have you here. I'm Jim Cochran. I'm the transitional pastor here at Valley Community Presbyterian Church. If you haven't been here before, Fridays in the Valley is a concert series that's been going on for over 12 years now. This is the closing of our 12th season here, and it's just an opportunity to highlight some of the incredible chamber ensembles around the Twin Cities, and while also, from our end, highlighting some of the community partners that we work with. So we here at Valley believe in putting our faith into action, and we do that by supporting a lot of these organizations that do incredible work on the ground of trying to work for justice and mercy in the world. And so tonight you'll notice when you came in, there's nobody sitting at the door taking your tickets or taking money. Everything is a free will donation that's right over there, and I encourage you to give freely because 100% of all of the proceeds from tonight's concert go directly to our mission partners. So tonight the concert is going to benefit the Father Project, fitting given that June has Father's Day. So the Father Project, which is part of Goodwill Easter Seals, which you will hear more about during the intermission from Andy Freeberg. But for now, I want to just welcome you to the space and welcome the Dolce Winds, and enjoy the concert.
Welcome to our concert. It is so nice to see all your smiling faces here. Well, I have actions to do. All right.
Full button on the bottom. Switch.
Hello and welcome to our concert. Is that on? Now? All right. All right. Thank you for sharing your evening with us, the Dolce Wind Quintet. I am Nancy Wookerfenig, and I play the flute. Each of us will be introducing ourselves and our instruments. So, now I have to put this down. If you can do this, if you can do this, now this is just a normal bottle and ordinary water, and there's no magic. But if you can do this, you can play the flute. Or maybe you should come and get some lessons from me. So, to make a sound on the flute, we do something different than any other instrument here. To make a sound on the flute, we do something different than any other instrument that is up on the stage. We blow across this embouchure hole, and that is what makes the sound. The role of a flute in music is usually to play the melody, and if I'm not playing the melody, then I'm playing something decorating the melody, something around, some fancy thing to decorate the tune. I will play a riff that's from the second movement of the next piece, the Klughardt Quintet that we were playing. It is a very fluty passage. It is a very tutti, fruity, fluty passage, and it's very typical of what I usually play.
Hi, I'm Kaya Sand, and I play the oboe, which is a double reed instrument. Hi, I'm Kaya Sand. I play the oboe, which is a double reed instrument. The reed is made by taking a piece of very thin cane, folding it over and tying it onto a metal tube called a staple, and then the top is clipped off to form the double reed portion, which is two pieces of cane that vibrate together to make the sound. And yeah, actually, I think we're good. The oboe usually ends up playing in about the same range as a soprano singer, which you can hear in this excerpt from the third movement of our next piece.
Hi, my name is Kate Burning-Alfred, and I play the clarinet. I am not an oboe, which a lot of people think it is. I just have a single reed that is strapped on to the clarinet with a ligature. And the clarinet has a very large, broad range that can play very low and also very high. So I do a lot of harmonizing and performing with the upper winds and then playing with the lower sections as well. We kind of bridge the gap. One thing that's different about the clarinet is that we have all open tone holes. I don't know if you can see that there's no pads over these, which most of the other instruments have, and you can do kind of funky things, like make silly sounds. And I'm going to play for you just a little excerpt from the third movement, I think it is, of the Klughardt, where we span more of the range of our instrument.
I'm Ford Campbell, and I'm playing not an oboe, I'm playing a bassoon. It gets misnamed oftentimes. People will come up to me afterwards and say, well, I loved how you played the oboe. No, it's a bassoon. And it's about 8 feet long. The sound starts with a reed, just like Kaya's, a double reed, two pieces of cane that vibrate to each other and make a sound. And you put that funny little ducky sound on this 8 feet of tubes. It goes down this side, and under here it turns around and it comes back up the top. And then I have all this metal stuff to help me reach the holes that are not reachable. And so the bassoon is kind of the bottom of the wind quintet. It often plays this sort of bass kind of things, but it's also very tuneful. The piece we're going to play next is by Klugart, and we have, the bassoon kind of starts out with this pretty little tune.
Hello, my name is Becky Jerkis, and I play the French horn. Yes, this is unlike all of the rest. So this is a brass instrument that is in what used to be called a woodwind quintet. Now we more call it a wind quintet, but it used to be very traditional, called a woodwind quintet, but the brass player was playing in it. And the reason was that if you look at this instrumentation, this is the core of the orchestra's wind section. So one of each of the winds is here in the quintet, and of course the horn is part of the wind section in the orchestra. And then I also kind of smooth it out between the clarinet and the bassoon. My sound kind of smooths it out in between there. I make my sounds very differently. Every brass player makes their sounds the same way. That makes it a brass instrument. And what I do is I buzz my lips. And then when I buzz my lips in the mouthpiece and the horn, sorry, Ford, sorry. And what's interesting is that it doesn't matter if the instrument is made of brass or not. A lot of people have seen me play my Elp horn, which is made totally of wood. That's considered a brass instrument because I make the sound exactly the same way. So here is my opening big part in the Klugart. That's the
So we'll play a 4-movement piece by August Klugart.
What an incredible, is this one on? Okay, perfect. I can never tell. Well, what an incredible first half of music. As they get a chance to rest a little bit, I wanted to give us a chance to hear a little bit more about what this is all sponsoring tonight. So, like I said, This is all a free will donation-based program. We don't take ticket sales, but we do have the donation bucket in the back, and all of our all the money raised goes directly towards our mission partners. Each and every month we rotate and have a different mission partner each month that we work with. And this month we are so grateful to be able to have all of our donations sponsoring the Father Project. And so I will just pass it off to Andy Freeberg, who can speak so much more about exactly what the Father Project is and what it does. So, Andy.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jim. And I think it's working, so that's a good thing. So it's wonderful to be here with these amazing musicians. Just by way of brief introduction, I am Andy Freeberg. I'll start with a professional introduction. I am the Director of Family Stability Programs at Goodwill Easter Seals, Minnesota. And you see that logo in here, and you see that side by side with the Father Project as well. So thank you. If you shop, donate, or even volunteer at Goodwill, you are a part of the community that is fueling and supporting programs like the Father Project. So I'll get into that in a minute. A little bit about me personally. I am a member of this congregation. I was raised as part of the Valley family. I've had the pleasure and privilege to raise my own 2 children who are now adults, making their way in the world as well. And I just have, anytime I get a chance to speak about the Father Project to and with and alongside my Valley family, it's an incredibly great opportunity for me. We have a long history of volunteers supporting Father Project, and I think of Len Biggs, and Roger Michael is right here alongside me. And I think just the support, the prayers, the support, the encouragement for me and the program year after year. I started in 2001, and with anything you do that long, you probably run into some ups and downs. So that encouragement, prayers, and support have been extremely helpful for me personally. The mission of the Father Project is listed in the bulletin, and we are just really all about helping provide support and assistance to men and fathers to position them to be in a position to support their children economically and emotionally for years to come. And that's a powerful thing. And in terms of who we serve, the men we serve do face a lot of barriers. Sometimes that may be justice involvement in the criminal justice system. Sometimes it's a history of struggling with employment, substance abuse, addiction, family challenges, all those kinds of things. And those are the barriers. But what we see when the fathers come to the door of our program, and it is a voluntary program, so dads are coming to us on their terms, but we see the father within. We see the potential, we see the leadership, and we see the impact that these men can and will have on their families, and in turn, in the community. The Father Project is doing well, so I have a positive update to share. We are doing well, we're strong and thriving. We have sites that are offering orientation sessions every week in Minneapolis, St. Paul, even in St. Cloud, and we've shared our model in Rochester, Minnesota. And the environment has been a little challenging, and we have not been without our challenges in terms of funding and the landscape, but we're still here, and things are looking strong for the coming years. And we actually, I checked the numbers knowing that I was going to be here tonight. I checked in with the manager on Friday, and we have over 330 dads who are actively enrolled in the program as I stand here and speak to you this evening. And that means they're attending parenting classes. That means they're attending employment workshops, getting jobs. They're working with a case manager on individual goal setting that is going to make a difference for them in engaging with their children and their family. We have recently started a partnership with a national organization that I'm pretty excited about. It's a national policy and research organization called MDRC that we're just getting started on that, so maybe I'll have more next year to share, but they're really helping us look deeply at the program. how can we go deeper to have a whole family approach? How can we go deeper in terms of the impact of using a new database that we have? So there's a lot of exciting progress that is happening. And I wanted to lastly just wrap up with, it is Father's Day, I think, next week. So it's a big month for the program. This can mean a lot of different things for the dads, many of whom are at different places of that journey of connecting and supporting their children. But we hold an annual picnic for fathers, and it's called a Salute to Fathers, and that's going to be happening a week from Wednesday in the evening at Waven Park in Minneapolis. So if you're inclined to join us, just reach out, let me know. But if you're not, thoughts and prayers continue to be greatly supported, and the support that everybody's providing by being together this evening. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you, Andy. So, like I said, all of our proceeds, we are so grateful to be able to support these kinds of programs. If you want to be able to give to the Father Project tonight, be sure to leave cash, any cash in the bowl there. If you have checks, if you would rather write a check, you can write a check to VCPC, Valley Community Presbyterian Church, and then in the memo line, just write Fridays in the Valley or the Father Project, and that will all go directly then to the Father Project following tonight's concert. This year, like I said, this is our season finale, and I'm happy to be able to say we've raised almost $8,000 in this season, supporting groups like the Father Project, groups like Prism, groups like Beacon Housing, groups like Liberty Community Church, these organizations that are doing incredible, powerful work at the ground level, helping and caring for people. And so every dollar that you give, we are able to do that. And none of this would be possible without incredible support from folks like Greg and Mary Rahm, who support this program, and from Vicki Wheeler as well, who was actually, it's pretty meaningful that it's at this final concert. We have Dolce Winds. Vicki Wheeler was a proud Dolce Winds member. I see that you've Kurt has his Dolce Winds t-shirt on as well, supporting Dolce. So, and it's because of that incredible generosity that we're able to bring in these musicians to offer their gifts of music, and then bring you all in to offer your resources for these organizations that are doing great work. Well, as we move into the second half of the concert, I will stop talking. My last bit will just be following the concert. We've got refreshments outside. We hope that you'll stick around for that. We've got cookies and lemonade, or we got cookies and water and coffee. And if you want some ice cream, there's some ice cream in the back. So grab some ice cream. We've got flavor ices as well. So we hope that you'll enjoy this last bit of music and then stick around for some fellowship afterwards. Thanks again for coming.
Thanks. We thought, well, we should say something at this point. So I had to come up with something to say. And as I was looking through the program, I realized that we were kind of taking you on a little transatlantic tour with this concert. So we started in America with Charles Delaney, that first piece we played, and then flew over to Germany, where Klughart was from. We're going to play, the piece we just played, that little humoresque by Alexander Zemlinsky, he is an Austrian composer. We've got two more little pieces coming. One is by a French woman named Cécile Chaminade, the chanson, and a movement by a English composer named Gilbert Venter. And I promise you, at the end, we'll come back to America.
Well, thank you all for coming. Is this on? Help me. Okay. All right, well, thank you. Whoa. Wow, now it's on. Okay. Thank you all for coming. We have really enjoyed preparing this music for you and presenting it for you tonight. And this Fridays in the Valley Sunday edition. Please enjoy this last piece. It is by, as Ford alluded to, an American composer, Robert Washburn, out of New York. He was a prolific composer, although you don't hear much of his music anymore. This is 3 very short movements, very, very different contrasting movements. And afterwards, please come join us for ice cream in the narthex and enjoy the last piece.